미국 뉴욕 웰 코넬 메디컬 센터의 의사인 샘파니아. 그는 죽음 직전의 사람들이 겪는 현상에 호기심을 가지고 이를 과학적으로 증명하기로 했습니다.
What's been interesting though is that we have found that consistently through different studies by different researchers that at least 10 to 20% of people who've died and been brought back to life again will recall very specific accounts that suggest that their mind and consciousness may have continued functioning and working even though they had died and their brain had shut down. They had a flat line on the brain was not working.
영국의 한 병원. 이곳에서는 임사체험을 증명하기 위한 샘파니아 박사의 의학 실험이 진행 중입니다. 이 실험은 심장마비 환자가 자주 발생하는 응급실이나 중환자실에서 이루어집니다. 심장마비를 일으켰다 다시 살아난 환자 중 일부가 NDE를 경험하기 때문입니다. 어웨어 프로젝트는 현재 미국과 유럽 25개의 센터에서 진행되고 있으며 실험에 참가하는 병원은 계속해서 늘고 있습니다. 앞으로 3년 동안 약 15,000명 정도의 심장병 환자들이 이 연구에 참여할 예정입니다.
Many years ago, when I worked in a different hospital, I went to see a patient of mine who had been involved in his resuscitation about a week earlier. I went to see him, and as I approached him, he clearly recognised me, and he said to me, how are you doing? And I remember saying, sorry, how do you know me? And he said, you were at my cardiac arrest. And he began to tell his story of what he saw, and he remembers my face, and he remembers what everybody was doing. And at that time, it struck me as being somewhat odd.
연구진은 유체이탈 현상의 진위를 밝히기 위해 병실 높은 곳에 그림을 올려놓고 환자가 깨어나길 기다립니다. 이렇게 높은 곳에 그림을 올려두는 것과 환자들의 증언을 밝히는데 어떤 연관이 있는 것일까요?
When people claim to have had experiences, so you may notice that people who have gone through death, if we bring them back to life, some of them will tell us that they could watch doctors and nurses working on them. So they will say, I was at the ceiling, and from the ceiling I could look down and I could see everything. I felt very peaceful. So in order to find out whether they really happen or not, we have placed pictures in the hospitals that we work that are placed above near the ceiling. And there's a picture that faces towards the ceiling, which you cannot see if you're sitting down here or looking above.
죽음을 경험한 환자들의 증언을 토대로 천장 위에서만 볼 수 있는 위치에 숨겨놓은 그림들. 샘파니아 박사는 심장마비를 일으킨 환자가 깨어난 후 이 그림을 기억한다면 죽어있는 동안 의식이 활동하는 것을 인정할 수 있다고 이야기합니다. 만약 이 실험이 성공한다면 어떤 것들이 달라지게 되는 것일까요?
We should start to think of death differently. Maybe we should define death in terms of what happens to the mind and consciousness of a person. In other words, that thing that makes them into who they are, because the evidence suggests that it may be continuing for a period of time. How long, I don't yet know. But I think that this is the kind of research that will be able to answer the questions you're asking me in terms of, how long is somebody conscious, when can we really bury somebody, and all these sort of things in the future.